I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
Collectors assemble for today's episode, featuring a classic film franchise that can easily be recognized with 4 simple words. Who you gonna call? If you grew up in the 80s, you most definitely grew up with Ghostbusters. Whether you saw the 84 or 89 films, watched the animated series, saw the no ghost symbol emblazoned on countless merch, or heard Ray Parker Jr.'s timeless jingle. The first Ghostbusters, in my personal opinion, and one I am sure I share with countless others, is a nearly perfect film. It's a blend of comedy, horror, and sci-fi, which created a universe so vast and rich that decades later it is still adored by countless fans, as well as discovered by a whole new generation.
Whoa, killer replica.
With the upcoming release of 2021's Ghostbusters Afterlife, we thought it would be a great time to revisit the films and the incredible merch and toy lines it spawned. From the classic Kenner line to the totally cool collectibles out there today, we'll dive deep into the world of must-have and wish-you-had Ghostbuster goodies. So strap on a neutron accelerator, don't cross the streams, and let's check out the best, the beautiful, the only Ghostbusters. When it came to Ghostbusters action figures in the 80s, toy company Kenner was the best. Kenner's action figures were mostly based on the real Ghostbusters animated series rather than the movies, but they were still the most coveted toys for Ghostbusters fans at the time. The toy line ran from 1986 through 1991 and included some of our childhood favorite toys and action figures. The first wave of toys was released during the Christmas season in 1986. We got all 4 hero figures in this run, so that included Peter Venkman, Ray Stantz, Egon Spengler, and Winston Zeddemore. Because the action figures were based on the animated series, they looked a little different than the movie versions of the main characters. The first wave also included the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man and the Green Ghost Slimer. The second wave of Kenner toys was released in the spring of 1987. This release focused more on ghost figures from the series, but one gem from the second wave was the Ecto-1 action vehicle, which came in the box with a ghost claw, a swiveling blaster seat, and a ghost for you to capture. When the second Ghostbusters movie was released in 1989, the toy was repackaged as the Ecto-1A. In the third wave of the Kenner toy line, we finally got the Firehouse playset and the Proton Pack. The Firehouse playset came with the Ghost Pursuit fire pole, a goop crate, and a ghost containment unit for storing ghosts. And when it was time to suit up as your favorite character, the Proton Pack was the toy that really upgraded the look.
Hey, you guys got another one of those Proton Packs? My kid brother really wants one.
The Proton Pack is not a toy. I guess that's right.
PKE meter to detect the ghosts and zap them with your Proton Blaster. That
PKE meter reads a Class 3 ghost!
I think we hit the honeypot.
And now that the Ghostbusters Afterlife movie is set to release later this year, a new era of kids will be drawn to the toys of the past. To help fill that need, Walmart re-released the first wave of Kenner action figures, which will all be packaged just like they were in 1986.
Groovy.
So if you didn't save your action figures from your own childhood, you have a second chance to stock up on your collection. But of course, action figures weren't the only Ghostbusters branded merchandise in the 1980s that kids were crazy for. Let's check out some other items that you might have had back then. Spitballs.
When somebody blows their nose and you want to keep it.
A good way to annoy your siblings in 1989 was to squirt them with Ghostbusters Spitballs,
He slimed me.
which came in the shape of Slimer, Stay Puft, Ecto-1, and the No Ghost logo.
Oh. Ah.
Ceiling fan. Cool down with the Ghostbusters ceiling fan. Though it was just your basic appliance with some added cartoon flair, this was still a must-have for kids in the 80s. Ghostbusters soundtrack. And if you really wanted to impress your friends, you'd throw on a vinyl of the Ghostbusters soundtrack.
How about a little music?
Featuring the Ghostbusters song we all know and love by Ray Parker Jr., this album also included songs by Air Supply and the Thompson Twins, among others. Ghostbusters snacks. Ghostbusters themed food was also huge in the 80s.
Look at all the junk food.
We had Ghostbusters cereal, Ghostbusters pasta shapes, and of course, Hi-C Ecto Cooler. Thermos lunchboxes. And you could pack all the themed cuisine in your Ghostbusters thermos lunchboxes. What a time to be a kid. Toothpaste. We'll also never forget the Slimer toothpaste. While the idea of toothpaste made of ectoplasm is a little weird, we were still all in for the grape and bubblegum flavors. Bed sheets. Ghostbusters bed sheets were popular in the 80s too. Kids could flaunt their fandom with colorful sheets covered in cartoons of the main characters, and of course, lots of ghosts. Sleeping bag. When it came time for a sleepover, you could show off your Ghostbusters sleeping bag.
What is this? A slumber party?
Slumbermate. And pack it up in the Ghostbusters Slumbermate for the ultimate in 80s cool.
We should stay here tonight. Sleep here. You know, to try it out.
And finally, who could forget Ghostbusters the video game? The best video game in the franchise came out in 2009, and Dan Aykroyd said at the time that he considered it the third movie since it used elements of the script he and Harold Ramis had been working on, and even had all four main actors voicing their characters in the game.
I think we better split up.
Good idea. Yeah, we can do more damage that way.
In the lead up to the 2021 film Ghostbusters Afterlife, the franchise is as popular as ever. Let's take a look at some of our new favorite collector items. Tom Whalen art. Some of our favorite Ghostbusters art comes from famed poster artist Tom Whalen. In 2014, Whalen released a Gallery 1988 Ghostbusters limited edition print to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the original film. Ghostbusters Art Book. Tom Whalen's art is also featured in the Ghostbusters Art Book, which was published in 2020.
I bet you like to read a lot, too.
Print is dead.
The hardcover book is filled with hundreds of unique interpretations of fan-favorite characters by 171 different artists. Weta Workshop Mini Epics. If action figures are more your thing, the Weta Workshop Mini Epics Ghostbusters collection features all four of the original movie's main characters, as well as Slimer and Zool. And you're especially lucky if you can get the limited edition San Diego Comic-Con exclusive glow-in-the-dark Slimer. Diamond Select action figures. Diamond Select has a lot of incredible Ghostbusters merch, but one highlight is their collection of 15 figures with diorama pieces to build the rooftop temple. It's especially impressive to see the entire collection set up together. LEGO Ecto-1. And finally, LEGO just released an Advanced Creator Expert Series model Ecto-1 car based on the upcoming Ghostbusters Afterlife movie. This item has over 2,300 pieces and features working steering, a trapdoor with a ghost trap, an extending gunner seat,
It has a gunner seat?
and other paranormal detection equipment. Well, that about brings us to the end of the show. If you would like us to cover any of your favorite toy lines, collectibles, or you just want to submit some pictures and videos showing off your shelves at home, you can do so by hitting us up at collectors@joblo.com. I'm Tom Barilli, and thanks for watching. Thank you for watching our show. If you like what you see, please subscribe to our JoBlo video channel. Tell your friends who like this sort of content, and turn on the bell to receive notifications for all our latest videos. We're an independent company, and we appreciate all of your support.